On this week's episode of What the Fuck is Going On? What is
Yeah,
life? What's up, man?
not much. I just found out I don't have oral cancer, so that's always a positive.
Oh, you had. Sheesh, dude. I mean, that's a plus. That's a good
Yeah,
Monday, if you ask
yeah, that's
me.
super
Did you
good. That's a
think you
super good
did?
Monday.
Wait, do we both
No,
have
but
brown shirts?
do we? Just
How
two buds.
cute.
Just two buds.
Yeah.
No, Joe had her very first dentist appointment today, and then I had one. But they do like that right from the jump. They do like the oral cancer search. So they look all around your mouth, and they were like, "You're good." I'm like, "Cool."
I mean, it's literally anytime I've ever gone to the doctor, I get blood work. I'm like, well, this is it. They're gonna tell me,
You're gonna get it.
I have AIDS. I have something.
I
You
love that
can
you
cut that
imagine
out.
you immediately go to like Magic Johnson territory. You're like, it's fucking AIDS, dude.
One
That's what it is.
thousand percent.
Yeah.
Anytime. I mean, I feel like most women always feel like that too. Every time they have to go to like the lady doctor, they're
That
like
they're gonna have the doctor's
some
gonna tell me
kind
I
of
have AIDS.
crazy STD or
Oh,
something.
well
You're like,
that's
well,
yeah.
this is it. This is the
Yeah.
one. The blood
Yeah.
work. I'm dead. Like
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you don't have mouth cancer.
Have
So
you
good
always
for
been super paranoid at doctors that they're gonna give you like the
you.
worst
Nick,
news?
I'm paranoid about everything.
Yeah, yeah, you are.
There's not much that I'm not paranoid about. Like right
Yeah.
now, I'm paranoid because I have to travel this week again and I feel
Uh-huh.
sick. And I'm like, oh God.
Oh, I've been coughing up phlegm nonstop. Joe got me sick. So
I know. I'm like, what is this? Is this just like I had like a fun weekend? Or is
hmm
this, uh, you got COVID like everybody else keeps getting at this point?
was it you think you got cove?
I don't know. I mean, I was at a concert. Wouldn't be like the weirdest thing.
You probably got COVID.
But I do have to travel this week, and I'm like, LOL, nothing's refundable. Do I go? Do I not go? What do I do? Do I just die in the hotel?
I mean,
Um, well, that's
not
where
the
I'm
worst
out.
way to go.
Wait,
But
so how did
yeah,
Joe handle her first dentist
Cru-
appointment?
crushed it. So
Amazing.
yeah, I know. Lex and I were super impressed. You could tell she was a little anxious, but she was very trusting, which was super cute. So she got to
Cool.
like put on the bib. I mean, I like I said, I went right before her, so she kind of just watched me go through it, which I think was helpful. But
Yeah.
put on the bib, put on the sunglasses, got to sit there. They do a little, remove some tartar with like one of their brushes, and then put a little what is it? It's not fluoride, but whatever or is it fluoride they put on the teeth?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
like hers
Yeah.
probably tastes like bubble gum and ours is garbage.
Dude, they Lex was saying when she just went, the woman was like, "Do you want root beer flavor?" You and Lex
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Do you have mint? Like, do you have?" Which I was like, "Dude,
I'll take
how
root
many?
beer.
You want root beer?"
I mean, if I was a kid, not an adult, no, I guess
Oh,
I'll
that's
take
what. But
mint.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, they
She's a
offer
full
her.
grown. Yeah, she's a full grown woman. They're like, "Do you want root
No.
beer or beef jerky or?"
Ew, ew, could you imagine what would be like the craziest, like, if you had to choose between beef jerky, hold on, licorice,
Okay.
or taco flavored, what would you take?
A licorice. I would take a licorice 100 times on it though. It's the
I live
closest
it.
thing to a mint. I want something that resonates cleanliness, even though it's candy, but it'd be the closest thing for me.
Oh,
I'm
licorice is
not
like,
doing anything it's meat. I'm not doing anything that's like a sugar soft drink. It just
imagine
ain't.
meat flavored toothpaste.
I'm pretty sure they make it.
Ugh. They're
Yeah.
like, if this is the only way we can get them to brush their teeth, then cheeseburger it is.
Dude, you wouldn't get down on some venison toothpaste?
Ugh. Disgusting.
What if it had chunks
Uh,
of venison in it too?
Dude, it's so gnarly. I think I've only had it. I think I've only had that once in my life. It was like the
Venison?
one. Yeah, it was like the one deer my dad finally caught. My dad would go hunting every winter and like fall asleep, like because it's so quiet. Dude, there's this picture of my dad that's literally in a stand, just like
Yeah.
night night. Yeah, lights out. And we're
That's
like,
cool.
did
I
you
didn't
get
realize your dad
anything?
was a
And
hunter.
he's like, no, I didn't get
Who'd he
anything. I was like,
go
because he fell
who'd he go
asleep.
hunting with?
He had a buddy that they've been friends since they were little kids
Yeah.
down in you might know this area. It's called Mays Landing. It's in South Jersey.
I know of it. Yes.
So he would go down there, go hunting with him. I mean, there was like a couple spots, but yeah, he never really got anything. But I remember like when I was way young, he had
Yeah.
gotten one and it was like a big deal.
Yeah. Would
So
you
it
ever
was
go
like,
hunting?
no, not a
Never.
chance. My sister went with him. They didn't get
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
But no, I more was like, I'll go fishing with my dad.
Mm,
I love fishing.
yeah.
I don't do it as much as I'd like to, but
Yeah.
fishing was the thing, hunting not a chance. I
Fishing is
cannot,
fun.
which is so hypocritical because I will eat meat all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I like meat is part of every meal. I know.
Yeah.
Like I don't even
Yeah.
know how to have a dinner without. I'm like I don't understand. Like I'm like the old school where it's like meat, potato, vegetable. I still eat
I do
like
food
I'm
pyramid.
full,
Lex always makes
yeah,
fun of me. She's like, "You make a meat or you make a meal like a third grader," because I just follow the
correct.
food pyramid. I'm like, "Yep,
Same. I
mm-hmm,
mean, now I'm trying to cut out like the carb out of my food table because I eat
carbs
too
big."
much of them.
Yeah, I cut out
And
quite a bit of the meat. That's a big one though for me because of my high cholesterol.
oh my god, you have high
Yeah,
cholesterol?
I do. I was on all of last year. I was on cholesterol medication.
Really?
Yep.
From
Which
too
then they
much
took me
meat?
off because they don't know. But I just after
Oh.
Lex with her heart stuff, I was like, I'm gonna go to a cardiologist and went, did the checkup, and they were like, your cholesterol is pretty high. And
Oh.
they were like, we don't typically do this for someone your age. We're gonna give you cholesterol meds. So I did that for a year. And then I went back and they're like, your cholesterol is still a little bit high. And I was like, do I get more meds? And they're like, nope, just manage it. And I'm like, okay.
Oh. So just more
Yeah.
vegetables. Yum.
I eat a lot, yeah. But I don't mind like I do a ton of like the fake meat products. So like anytime that we buy for the house, like if I go out and I want to get wings or get a good burger or steak or something like that, that's one thing. But here at the house, we typically it's no meat for the most part. So it'll just be like Impossible or
Oh my
any of like the
god.
fake meat substitutes. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I can't get into it. I went somewhere recent. Oh, I was in Vegas like a week or so ago. And I one of my girlfriends was actually out there at the same time. She was like, "Meet us at this place. It's called Crossroads or whatever." So it's in
Mhm.
LA. It's a really famous like vegan restaurant. And I didn't realize at first that it was vegan.
Yeah.
And I should have because it's like owned by Travis Barker and fucking vegan buttholes. So
Yeah.
anyway, I like looked at the menu and they're like, it's steak night. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I was like, wait a second. It says it's vegan. And I was like,
Yeah.
fuck this. I don't want a mushroom steak. Like,
Is that what it was?
anyway, yeah, they're like steak
Yeah.
night. And I was like, that is, don't call it that, first
Yeah.
off. It's not a steak.
Yeah.
Anyway, we went there and she wanted me to like buy into it so much. And I was like, I'll try all the things. I tried
Yeah.
all the fake meat products. I tried chicken parm that wasn't chicken. I tried, this mushroom that they were calling a steak, like all the
Yeah.
things. And I was like, it's just not fucking good. It's just
It's
like,
just
to
not your
me, I was
bag.
like, it's just not, I didn't love it. There's like a weird little like slight texture thing that was like slightly off for me.
Off
But
with
she
it.
wanted
Yeah.
to say, she was like, you need to tell everybody how much you loved it. I was like, I don't know why. Do you work for them? Do you do PR for them? Because I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Any sort of like over enthusiasm for anything from anybody is usually a red flag to be like, why are you drinking the Kool-Aid so much on
Yeah,
this?
I'm
But
sure there's
yeah,
like some good things out there as like meal like replacements because obviously
I
I'm
think
like I
so.
don't want to eat just chicken all the time or just this because remember when they're like out of nowhere they're like chicken's not good for you and you're like okay well I was told that chicken's the healthiest you could go
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
years
Yeah.
like what is what but
I think there's I think there's some decent ones. Like there's a couple God, I'm like I should know these off the top of my head, but there's a couple brands that again do like the substitute meats that we'll get. And I like I'll throw them on the grill. I'll make like a legit like chicken sandwich with like all the fixings and I at least at this point I can't really it like it I'm satisfied. I can't tell a
can
difference.
you can't tell a difference like at all like if I
I
did like
mean
a take a bite of
it's
real take
maybe
a bite of
sure. I would say that I could tell a difference, but in terms of like me making a sandwich and feeling like oh this is my protein and like
sure
this is you know
yeah
perfectly fine with it. I can do that and have my little sides and a little
yeah.
sparkling water, and I'm just like this is the tits. This is perfect.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I used to be such a bitch about sparkling water,
Why?
and now I love it. I don't
Oh,
know,
you
because I
didn't
was just a
like it?
child. Yeah, like I like regular water, and I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
hate fucking seltzer. It's so
Oh,
gross.
so good.
And then now I'm like on the seltzer train because I
Oh,
need
I've
something
been for
at
a
night
while.
that's not just like flat water. Like I need
Yeah.
bubbles of something.
Do you still drink soft drinks or no?
They're like a treat every so often.
Yeah.
Like I definitely try not to like alcohol wise, try not to drink during the week. So like it's
You
nice
try not to
when
drink alcohol during the week?
yeah.
You?
Yeah. Wife. Okay. I'm sorry. What do you think? I'm a
I
fucking
feel like you're
lush?
I feel like you're out, dude. You're doing your thing. You're out on the
I don't go
town,
out during the
moving and
week.
grooving. Now maybe it's
No.
just weekends. Maybe you're just busy on the
No.
weekends. I
Weekends
can't make
only.
sense of days of the week
We
anymore.
were just talking about it recently with like one of my friends because she was like, she's like, which is a really weird question, but she's like, what is
Hmm.
it like really? Because she's never like had a partner that especially that she lives with. She's
Wait, is this your
like
friend that wants a relationship but hasn't been able to
yeah,
find? Okay.
correct.
Hmm.
So it's like she's like, what like. Do you ever like get so frustrated sharing a space? And I was like, well, not really, because I'm like, I am very much like, I love having people around,
Yeah.
and every so often I'm like, fuck, I need like a night, but I don't get a night unless I'm traveling. But you're in a
Hmm.
hotel, it's different. But I
Yeah.
was like, dude, Monday through Friday, we like by the time we're done with work and we're doing our thing, I've been like working out a lot too. So whether it's morning, afternoon, I get back, I cook dinner, we watch
Nice.
Jeopardy, and by 9 o'clock, we're laying down in bed
Yeah.
every like Monday through Friday straight
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like this Friday was the only because I was going to a show, but otherwise I never go out on a Friday. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah. Yeah.
weekends, I'm like, I go out with my girlfriends on Saturday. Sunday's like Jerry and I's activity day. That
Yeah.
is my week. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. If I'm traveling and there's something going on or I'm with somebody, sure, like
You're
go
turban
out to
alert
eat
then.
maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
no, dude, I am not. No, I don't drink really during the week.
When was it? Do you remember the last time that you just got like blitzed?
I mean, Friday I wasn't sober, but I wouldn't say I was blitzed, but I wasn't sober. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Friday we went out to Palm Springs.
Uh
Our
huh.
friend was playing a
Fancy.
show.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Just one of your
Uh,
famous friends.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we went to the Kings of Leon show.
Nice.
It was really fun.
I've
It
done
was.
some work for them.
Oh, really?
My
Um,
buddy Alex and I did. Yeah.
very, very interesting folks. Didn't get to meet them, but
Yeah. Why do you say
anyway,
very interesting then?
they're just like, I mean, maybe divas.
Well, how
I
would
don't
you
want to
not
like
though?
divulge too much, but like,
I would
yeah,
imagine I
they're
would imagine
PJ people.
anybody, yeah, anybody at that echelon has probably got some div in them.
They fly in, fly out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They're in, they're out. They don't
yeah.
like fuck around with anything.
I feel like I'd be
Mm,
the exact same way though. At that point in my career, I'd be like, "Where's my money? I'll go do my thing. Where's my
yeah,
money? I'm gone."
exactly.
Yeah.
So we did that, but then it was like kind of a late night, and then I had to drive
Mm.
back from Palm Springs on Saturday, and I
Hmm.
was not, you know, I wasn't like feeling like bright eyed and bushy tailed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's for sure. But I don't really do get like out of control often.
Yeah.
I'm old. I'm tired.
You are old. You're super old.
Thank you. I know. Jerry's about to be old too.
Wait,
Mm.
Is Jerry Krause 40?
He is going to be 40 September 7th.
Nice. I live on the baby with all of you. That's so fun.
I know it's bullshit, but you have a
Yeah.
baby, so I'm going to be younger than you forever.
No, for true. Yeah.
You're just going to always be more
Grays are coming in the
tired.
temps, and it's
Oh, don't even get me started with Grays.
I think grays are great. You and I have talked about this. I think grays are. I'm all about the grays. Grays
Oh,
for
that's
me. Grays
right.
for ladies. I love the gray.
Oh,
One
that's
of
right.
I don't know. I'm blanking on her name, and it might be one of your friends too, or just one of Lexi's. But one of her friend is just like let the gray go, and I think it's
Oh,
so
Lexi's
attractive.
friend.
I think it's.
Yeah.
I love gray.
I know somebody was asking me also this weekend. They were like, we were talking about grays because mine come in like they're like, how long have you been gray? I was like 20s.
Yeah.
So since my 20s, I've always had to dye. I've always had enough that I needed to dye my hair, needed to, whatever you want to call
Really.
it. Like if I wanted it covered up, like it wasn't just like, oh, I've got like 5. Like I always had enough that it was like, oh, we have to cover these up by probably 25.
Well, like how if you didn't, if you right now, if you weren't dyeing hair, are we talking like Are you the fourth
Gray.
member of Hocus Pocus, or are we just like there's a couple stray hairs here and there? Like, what are we
No,
talking? Okay.
no, I am full, all the lining of my head. I am like, even my girlfriend was looking at me the other day and was like, "Oh, you're like, you would be like gray." And I was like,
Dude, let it go.
"Correct."
That would look so
No.
cool. Oh
Ew. Jerry's not
man.
into it. I'm not into it.
I think it'd be
It's just,
rad.
I mean, would it be nice if I could just like a little less vain and just say,
Yeah,
fuck
I mean,
it,
who
let's
cares about
do
that?
it?
Yeah.
But I don't know, like
Yeah.
I need to do one of those things where like you put your face up and you can like change the color of your hair and just like see what
Yeah.
it looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like gray is one thing, but like then I feel like I'd be like getting it glossed or dyed to be more silver to like look
Mm.
cool. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
still spending money to. The problem is that it grows back so fast. I spend so much money dyeing my hair, and everybody's like, "Dude, how are you going to keep up with this for the rest of
That's what I
your
was gonna
life?"
ask.
And I'm
The
like,
upkeep. Yeah.
it's very
Wait. So what's
expensive.
the decade mark then, and when you're okay with the gray? Have you even thought about that?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, my mom is going to be 67, and she still dyes her hair.
I mean, my mom gets a color from time to time too, but she's got some gray though.
No, we had like my grandma was like straight gray,
Yeah,
so
mine too.
it would be, and like my
All of
mom's
mine.
hair is blonde now
Yeah, that
from
helps
dyeing.
hide.
Yeah, so it hides it better. But my hair's so dark.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, it's terrible. Within like 2 weeks, I'm already like seeing sprouts.
yeah,
It's terrible. Like you can
yeah.
see this one right now. I can't stop staring at it while we talk. Like I'm just gonna.
I
There we
can't
go.
even notice it. There's no
Well,
way to notice
it's
it.
gone now.
Yeah, the grays don't bother me. I'd still like to keep my hair. That's like a big thing. I'm still would prefer to
I
not have to go
know.
bald, but that's But it's also
That's.
there's like Jerry's. I think Jerry rocks like a buzzed head super well. There's plenty
I
of
think so
dudes that.
too.
Mm-hmm.
I've never known him with hair, so I don't have anything to really compare until obviously like I see
Tons
other
of.
photos. But he
Yep.
is like that is the fucking thing for him. He's like, I
Yeah.
would literally give my right arm to have hair again.
He says that.
Yeah, he's so
Oh.
bummed.
Oh, I think he pulls it off. I think he looks great.
He's like, I used to be so handsome. I was like, you're still handsome. I'm like,
Yeah,
you
I
have a
think there's
shaved
tons of
head.
dudes. I know it's all about the shape of the head and the face, but if you got the right one for it, you can go Bruce Willis. I think the people look great. Yeah,
Well, for him, he still has like hair.
yeah, yeah.
Just like keeps it really short. Like, I mean, bald is like
Does he
bald.
do straight razor on it, or does he keep a little? Is it like just like clippers all the way down?
I don't understand clippers, or he doesn't like Bic it
So clippers are a bit like if you do no guard
like
on
a
the clip.
one.
Yeah. Oh, so he has a little bit of a guard on there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
I was
think
gonna say
so.
because even if you take no guard and you do it, you still have like the slightest little bit. Versus if you're doing like shaving cream with a straight razor, and that is like down at the
No,
skin. Yeah.
he does not do that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm like, please don't do that.
Hmm.
Like that's like where I'm like, I'll still love you,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
if you do that, I'm letting my gray hair come out.
If I do that, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Oh my god.
I was
That
already
is
thinking
like,
about shaving my hair off the other day. So
no, don't shave your head. You have hair. See, that's the shit. Like, Jerry will walk down the street and see this, like, troll with
hmm
fucking crazy ass hair doing
hmm
dumbass shit. And he's like, that dude gets hair.
yeah,
That dude gets hair. Like, Carrot Top, you get hair. I get none.
that
But,
guy
like,
is amazing looking.
dude, I was just in Vegas and he has a show out there. And, like, his pictures are horrifying.
They're rough, dude. I'll catch him from time to time on like the comedy podcast circuit, and I'll dial in. But he's like he does. I mean, I have no clue about him really in reality, but he comes about across as like a super sweet and genuine individual. But
I'm
his
sure.
look is bananas, dude.
Wild. He's so ripped. Like,
It's gotta be roids to
it's
some
like,
degree.
he's like so ripped. Plastic
Some degree.
surgery. So
Hmm.
pale. So red.
Does he rock eyeliner too?
I feel like yes. I feel like he's got like a
I think he's got a
layer
little
for
dark.
sure.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
He's an
He's
interesting
got
cat, man.
yeah, he's got a look for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, no. That's yeah. I don't know if I can do the gray though. I don't think that I'm ready. I feel like it ages you. It's just like not my thing. I mean, I have girlfriends that do it and
Yeah,
they look beautiful and they embrace it. I mean, it's the same
yeah.
thing with like aging graceful, like aging naturally or getting Botox or getting whatever
Yeah, what's the
people
other
do.
things that you're dealing with besides the grays with aging? Just what like
Uh,
body changing in general, sort of thing.
yeah, like I was
Yeah.
even talking to, because obviously, like my girlfriend Hillary, you know Hillary, she's
Mm-hmm.
8 years
Hillary's
younger than
great.
me. So
Mm-hmm.
like you forget sometimes that there's certain things. And I did tell her, I was like, well, that's why we were joking when I'm saying like I don't drink during the week. I was like, dude, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, I'm not like calling it, I'm not like 90 years old. Like if somebody's like, hey, do you want to grab dinner? Sure. But my ass is not doing the like go out till 2 in the morning on a Tuesday and
No.
attempt to like work
No.
the next day and be able to be a functioning human. Like
Yeah.
it just like doesn't happen. But I did tell her, I was like, it's so crazy. I noticed in the last like 2 years, especially, where like, you joke, it's really easy to put the weight on. It is really hard at my
Yeah.
age.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 years ago, I literally could lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks eating, just like
Yeah.
cut the carb out, cut this out.
Yeah.
I do that, I'm still gaining a pound.
Well, because your body's changing. It doesn't even matter. Like
No,
that's
but that's what
yeah.
I mean, and
There's
I feel it. It's
yeah.
slow. I've been
New
going to the
baseline.
gym faithfully for 4 days a week. I've
Mm-hmm.
been genuinely like cutting the carbs out. Like Monday through Friday is like my big like whatever. Not that I go
Yeah.
like crazy off the rails, but I'll go like a little off the rails, obviously diet
What's your
wise on the
diet? Is your
weekend.
diet like The Rock, where you have your cheat day and it's just like fucking shit sprawled out all over his kitchen counter?
No, I wish. But like I mean like last night I had a good cheeseburger for dinner. Like
Nice.
I tried to make smash burgers, but I can't
Ooh,
even
how were
say
they?
smash burger.
Yeah.
They weren't as smashed as I wanted them to be. So
You gotta
I
smash
know
them.
I need
Yeah.
that like what is that tool that flattens
Well,
them?
I mean, a flat top is always super nice, but then I don't know what that like. It's not a spatula, but whatever the thing is that you push down on.
Yeah, I didn't really have
Yeah.
that, so
Yeah.
I had to do my best.
All
But
right.
but you know what I mean? Like I didn't like I had a sandwich for lunch and a burger for dinner. Like clearly that
Yeah.
was not a
Yeah.
good eating day whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. I can't lose a pound. It's
Yeah.
wild.
You
I
look
mean, you
good.
have
I
to
mean, you've
go
been.
all or nothing though. Like you have to be like, I'm
What
not
does that
having.
mean?
Well, I just feel like, dude, my mom has lost like 40 pounds in 6 months.
Through
Oh,
what?
she was saying originally that it was intermittent fasting, but I don't think it's like a true intermittent fasting.
Okay.
What she's really doing is just watching, she's getting the amount of protein obviously that her body needs, all these
Mm-hmm.
things. She's like logging her food and she's
Mm-hmm.
really cutting a lot of carbs out.
Did she go to a nutritionist for this, or she just like do
Her
some
regular
education?
doctor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is off all of her medication now. She had diabetes. She's off all of her medication.
Okay. In my mind, I
She's
thought you were gonna go someplace else with that.
no.
I thought you were gonna be like diarrhea, and I was like,
She's
diabetes. Yep.
but no, she's doing great. I mean,
Yeah.
she's lost
That's
so much
awesome.
fucking weight and it's all self-control. It's all just like she'll be like, "Okay, I know that Saturday I'm going out to eat and like
Yeah.
maybe I'll have an appetizer and it's not going
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
be like a great appetizer."
Yeah.
For her, she was a big sweet person. So I
That's
don't
I
think the
think
diet's drastic. Yeah.
I think a lot of like my dad was like that too. My mom is like that. My mom is like, I don't get where the weight comes, and you're like, you just dumped a thing of Hershey syrup in your smoothie. What are you talking about?
So
That's yeah.
totally. I know. It's crazy. We used to know somebody that would make a smoothie. Oh
Yeah.
God, I'm not gonna say who, but somebody used to make a smoothie and put ice cream in it.
I mean, look, if you
Ice
want to do
cream.
that, that's fine, but then you can't get upset when
Go to
your
the gym,
non-healthy smoothie is not helping you.
come back from the
Yeah.
gym, make an ice cream smoothie. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fruit in
Yeah.
it. Just
No.
because there's fruit in it.
My mom cracks me up. She's been doing her smoothies forever. She'll make like multiple ones in a morning, but she'll also wear aircraft. What are the dudes that are out there like on the runway that are like bringing the planes in and stuff? But she'll have like the earmuffs. So she's,
Oh,
you know, I'm talking like noise canceling
wait,
headphones, but they're like the huge ones.
because she doesn't like to hear it?
She doesn't. It's too loud for her. Apparently, her blender's too
I
loud for her. But so she puts these on, but she looks like not an air traffic controller, but whatever those people are on the
I know
tarmac
what
sort of
you're.
thing. But she's just in the kitchen, just like making these smoothies, and you know, she's got like her fruits or vegetables. She'll put in like her noni juice and all this, but then all of a sudden, there's just like so much Hershey syrup that goes in each one of these, and you're like,
What?
what? I was like, I don't kind of, that's a disconnect for me. And she's like, no, it's good. I'm like, okay.
Wait, I want to get back to the noise. that
Please,
she
what's your
doesn't like.
question?
Isn't there like a, I forget what it's called. Isn't there like a, not like phobia or something like that, where people like hate noises where they can't stop hearing like someone chewing or something like that. It'll like set them off like fucking
Oh,
crazy.
this is not her. I've come over to the house
Okay.
within the last couple of weeks, and she has like ASMR videos on fucking YouTube. I'm like,
Okay.
what are you watching? And she's like, someone getting a massage in China, and I'm like, what? And she's like, oh, it's really relaxing.
Wait, she sounds wild. Carol's being
she's
crazy.
she's fun. I mean, yeah, she's a fun one. But yeah, she'll just like watch these videos because they relax her, and I'm like, what are you
Just
getting
like
out of this? And she's
slicing bread.
it could be, but she'll. It's like weird things where they're hyper accelerating like tones and stuff for people getting like massages or getting what is it like, not position, but when you have like a chiropractor doing stuff too, sort of thing. I don't know, but it's
Is
always
this Carol's
crazy.
kink?
Might be Carol's. No, Carol reads some of those like Fabio smut books too, so I don't know.
Oh God.
She's got a little bit of
Yeah.
everything going on.
She's dude, I have a friend that's like, I've never been so horny after reading these books. She has like these
Really?
like they're like Vikings or some kind of like make believe.
I
She's
don't
like,
know,
I
dude.
got really into, yeah, I have a friend that got really into it.
Oh.
And she was like, yeah, they get like really hot.
But what does getting into it mean? Like, are you just reading this series and that just is what it is? Or are you like reading the series and you're like, this is my version of Pornhub for the
I mean, I think it's her version of Pornhub.
crazy?
Not, I mean, accidentally. She's just like, she's
Yeah,
married,
yeah.
she's got 2 kids, and she's like, I don't
I mean,
know.
who cares about that? That's fine. Like, do your
She
thing.
just
But it
needs it.
having to take time to process a narrative and a storyline to read it to then like
Yeah.
have a good and out. I'd be like, that's way too much work.
I think she's just like, every so often you're like, oh, like they get, she said they get like really raunchy.
I'm sure
It's
they do.
weird. Yeah, it's weird. I
It's
don't
not my
know.
cup of tea.
I mean, I
Yeah.
would fall asleep immediately reading
Do you
anyway.
read it all?
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
I didn't think you read.
no.
No.
It's not like, oh
Can
God.
you read?
Yeah. Yes, I can read. But I was always the kid, like, so if anybody else has ever done this, I don't want to be the only
Yeah.
weirdo, but like, do you remember when you were younger in school, like, say there's like 30 people in your class,
Okay.
and then they'd be like, everybody has to read a paragraph, and
Okay.
they would go around the room. I would pre-count where my like line was going to be so I could like practice it
Uh huh.
ahead. And then if somebody got up to go to the bathroom, I'd be like, fuck, no,
Wait, because
no, because it would mess.
you were having difficulty with
So
like, or was it a
I,
stage? Or was it just stage fright?
here's the thing with me with reading.
Okay.
Yes, folks, I'm 40. I know how to read.
Yeah.
We're fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
The problem is that like reading something that's super lengthy, like my eyes go like, somewhat will read a little backwards,
Are
or
you
my eyes
dyslexic?
go, I tried to, so this was something I said to my mom a
Okay.
while ago. She's going to listen to this.
Sure.
That I thought maybe slightly,
Yeah.
but as an adult, I think I realized like, oh, this actually makes sense of why
You have a
you
difficulty with like,
struggled.
right.
Like time tests, I'm like reading like it's not that I read the word backwards all the time. It's that I jumble, like, let's say like I'm reading something like this card says everyone gets young once. My eyes see once before it sees everyone
Mm,
sometimes. So as I'm reading a sentence, my eyes are looking, I'm looking all over the place. I can't
yeah.
focus and like hone in on just step by step. So
But
like if I
you
read,
just got through that, for instance. So are you still able to get through it? It's just like you're exhausted by the end of having to.
yeah, like it's like so
Ah,
intense where I'm like,
yeah.
if I'm reading a book, like, can I read a whole book? Sure. It's going to take
Sure.
me probably 3 times as long as anybody else to read it. Not because I'm not understanding what I'm reading. It's
Yeah.
that I have to literally like put something on the other side of the page and
Uh huh.
like just I can't
Because you're
focus.
distracted. Like the other page then becomes a
The
distractor where you'll
other,
just start to
yeah,
pay. Yeah.
totally. Where I'm like
Uh,
now like jumping and reading the last paragraph on the last page, and I'm like, why? Why did we go there? Why
I
can't
don't
you just
know.
focus on the one paragraph and sentence? So I don't know if it's like
I'm
an
not
80
educated enough to diagnose this. I don't know.
ADHD.
88. Yeah, I don't know. I
Like
don't
I
know.
don't know what it is, but it
Yeah.
was always something that I struggle with. So when I was younger, when you had to like read out loud, I
Uh
would be
huh.
like, oh, I don't want to,
So
because
what would
I
happen?
would
What would
feel
happen
so anxious.
if little Timmy was like, I need to go to the restroom, and then
Oh,
he
I
would
was
take
so
off?
angry. I wanted to fucking strangle him
Could you
after
figure it out
class.
though, or were you
Yeah, I
just
could
like,
figure it
I
out.
pass? Okay.
No, I could figure it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Mm. But it was always better if I had an opportunity to try to like get a little bit of a grasp
You want a little
before.
rehearsal before you gotta.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
SATs.
Yeah.
I like it. Just time tests. I
So
would
wait,
just
going back
crumble.
to this of you being a little girl in a class, were you then if there was a fly on the wall watching, were you the one that was like kind of
One thousand
mouthing
percent.
like you were like you like practicing to get ready? Is that what you were
No,
doing?
no. I thought you
No?
meant was I
Okay.
looking at the fly? I'm like,
No.
yes, I was looking at the fly.
Well, there's that, dude. There's that.
So I was also doing that. No, I was just
I didn't
like
know if you would look
I
like a child just talking to yourself.
no, 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 no. It was all to
No.
myself, but I was not listening to one thing anybody else was saying because I was just like
Mm,
focusing because I knew my turn was coming up and I wanted to
mm,
I wanted to nail it.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you ever get tested when you were younger for like ADHD?
No, and that's the thing. And I remember when I brought it up to my mom as like an adult, and I was like, I
Yeah.
wonder if do I have a like slightly dyslexic? Like I don't know. Like obviously I'm not gonna like say I am. I have no idea. Could
Yeah.
be it could be anything. But when I brought it up to her and she was like, "No, you're not. You know, like we would have
Yeah.
helped you." And I was like, I was like, this isn't like a you didn't do this for
Yeah. Yeah.
me or
Yeah. Yeah.
you neglected something. It was a I don't think it was just as like common
Yeah.
like to say, "Hey, I should test our children for X, Y, and Z." Like
Yeah.
unless a teacher like if I wasn't bringing it up to anybody, why would anybody know? Like
Yeah.
nobody was like, "Oh, Alicia looks like she's freaking out over a time test," because I never like showed it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Internally, I was on fire,
Yeah.
like the depths of hell. Like like
I love that your mom's response to, and I know that you're just making this thin air, but she's like, "We would have helped you."
I know.
It's
I know.
so good. It's so
Because I
sweet.
know, like, we would have,
Yeah.
like, like, so, because when I brought it up to her, she was like, "You're fine. Everything's
Yeah.
fine. What do you
Yeah.
mean?" I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
"No, this
Yeah.
isn't like a diss. I'm just like, honestly, like, had I maybe been able to, like, figure out why I do this
Mm-hmm.
or what it was, probably could have, like, maybe helped me a little bit
Yeah.
along the way because then I would get so anxious about it that I
Yeah.
would just, like, not do certain things at all. Like summer
Yeah.
reading, LOL. Not a fucking chance.
No, I didn't do that. I was all about that Scholastic's bookstore though. I want to get a fucking bookmark though, man. Give me
I
that
know.
Goosebumps. That was a jam. I
No,
don't
not
even know. I
me.
remember it was one of my good buddies had when he was super young had been diagnosed. His whole story how he got diagnosed was ridiculous though. They said they took him. It was when he was in like young grade school. He went to some facility. They basically were like, okay, they were like, we're going to take you in this room. This room's going to be pitch black. I'm going to sit you down in this chair. I'm going to leave. The lights will come on and there's going to be a movie for you to watch. And I just want you to watch the movie and you tell me what the movie's about. So
Weird.
this young kid's like, okay. So the guy takes him in, sits him down, pitch black, leaves, shuts the door, pitch black. Lights come on. He says it was floor to ceiling of just covered in posters and writings and drawings and all like just an entire room covered in crap with one TV on like a stand in the middle of the room and some movie came on. He was like, my brain short circuited. He was like, I couldn't stop looking everywhere. He's like, I don't need, was there a movie? I have no clue. But that's apparently how they diagnosed him with ADHD,
Really?
that sounds ridiculous.
It
Yeah, but that
sounds
was his,
dark.
it sounds crazy that that's some professional that was doing that. But that's his story that he talked about. But I just know of
Whoa,
like
weird.
talking, especially with like Lexi's dad, Alan, just with his line of work of how
Sure.
it became such an overly diagnosed thing where everybody was just like, oh, I have ADHD, I have ADHD. And it's like, well, no, you don't have that. You might have whatever smallest.
Right.
So I don't even know anymore.
I
Yeah.
know, it's so weird. I feel like so many people, I mean, again, that's why I'm like not self-diagnosing myself with
Yeah.
anything because I mean, because everybody and their mother, brother, and sister are all diagnosing themselves with
Yeah.
ADHD.
I know.
And I'm like,
ADHD.
D,
You got that G?
can't speak. I was like, you guys just want Adderall.
I
I
mean,
know there's also
did
that.
you was Adderall running rampant for you as a kid or in high school?
No, I mean, people were
We
on
had it.
Ritalin.
Yeah, we had Adderall at a private Catholic high school was
Mm-mm.
up there.
I think people were just trying to like hit the real shit. I went
Yeah,
to
that
like a
was
rich
just
school. Yeah.
you did.
Yeah. I mean, I went to private school, but it was
Well, I
like
did too.
everybody was
Yeah,
very wealthy that I went to school
yeah,
with.
yeah. Mine
Um,
was too, but Adderall was the big one.
no, but it was definitely like, I mean, yeah, I have no idea what it is, but like I have friends that are on Adderall to like help with anxiety because they feel
Mm-hmm.
that if you go on it and you can focus better, you'll be less anxious about X, Y, and Z.
Mm.
So it's like a balancing act. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
listen, I don't want to be on any medication that I have to take every single day. Like that's
Yeah.
never the goal. It's never been a goal. I don't want any of that. I just like, you know, maybe when I was younger, if I could have like, I mean, there still could be now like certain tools and things to help like focus on that stuff better because I mean, I can hold a conversation, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I fade out really quick, though. I am on another planet.
In terms of
Like
like
if you
staying
had one
focused.
gray hair standing up, I
Yeah.
know that you have words coming out of your mouth, but I'm only staring at
If I was
like
alfalfa at this moment, you're like, ain't no
correct.
way.
Like I
Yeah.
I don't know anything that you just said to me. I see
Have you
your hair.
self-diagnosed yourself with anything? You think that if you, in terms of be
No.
like, I actually think I have this and I want to get treatment for it, but you have there's no professional medical opinion that's been attributed to this. You just think you have something?
No, I mean, like, I wonder if there's like a slight, I don't know if it's like dyslexic
Yeah.
or
AIDS?
I swap or AIDS. It might be AIDS every time. Every time. It's always going to be that every time I get blood.
Always AIDS.
I don't do anything to get it.
I think that's what Magic said too, dude.
Pause.
Yeah. All right. So
um,
dyslexia is
but
the one you think?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, like, I definitely like swap. And maybe there's levels to it, but I think that there's something, but I don't
Yeah.
know. That could also translate by professional, probably maybe this or maybe that. So
Yeah.
maybe it's like I can't focus enough and that's why I'm jumbling things up.
Yeah.
Because even sometimes, like, someone will be like, hey, what number's on here? And I'm like, you know, 58th or like 85. And I'm like,
Do you know your numbers? Can you count to 10?
sick. But it's like it's not but it's not every single time I
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
at
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
something. I
Yeah.
just tend to like start right to left.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I know folks that do that as well.
So, and I think that was just the only thing with like reading where I'm like, this is frustrating. So I mean, I don't want to do it.
What
I
about writing?
can.
Can you write like even if it's like from
I'm
in a
fine.
professional manner? Okay, like you to
Totally
put together.
fine.
Okay,
So
yeah,
good, which is
yeah,
look weird. So it's like, I have no idea because like me, like, as far as like work and emails, like I get all my shit done, but I'm
yeah.
very much a person that like, oh my God, my friends always like, you have fucking dementia or Alzheimer's, like, because like I was like, that's just like I did a lot of things in my life. Did a lot of probably bad things to
Uh
myself.
huh.
So we'll
Uh
just like
huh.
we'll sidebar that, by
Okay.
the way. But I just like
You're poking holes in a lot of areas right now. I
my
got dementia. I did things in my
no
life. Okay, where are we
no
going?
my friends always joking because like they'll be like, do you remember this happened? I was like, I can't even remember 5 fucking minutes ago. No,
Yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
remember.
I'm
Don't.
horrible. I'm horrible on that
It's
stuff as
out.
well. Yeah.
But like even with work, like, I'm very organized. Like everything's in my calendar, which is
Yeah.
hilarious because you and I can't organize with you half the time
You're
for
you're
shit.
the
The
worst. I love you, but
worst.
you're the worst with it. Yeah, you're the worst.
But work, like everything's in my calendar, everything's blocked off. Like 30
Right.
minutes for this. Like even if it's like, don't forget to send so and so. Like everything is so